Hello guys, I hope you're doing alright, and here we are in a new video about finding missing angles and arcs in the circle. Okay guys, so we're going to see some combined problems to find inscribed interior and exterior angles in the circle, as well as to find missing arcs in different problems, alright? So let's start with this exercise that says, find the values of the angle X and arc ABCD. All right, so they ask you first to find this angle, the angle X. This is an interior angle. All right, guys, this is an interior angle that is formed by the arcs BA. So this is formed by this arc BA and the arc CD. All right. Alright guys, remember that the formula to get the interior angles, we just need to add the arcs that form this angle. So we just need to add 68 plus 96 degrees. So we just add 68 plus 96 degrees. You can check at the theory of these interior angles. Go back to the PowerPoint presentation that you already have in Schoology, guys. So we just add this angle and divide by 2. All right. So if we do this operation, 68 plus 96 divided by 2, that will be 82 degrees. Okay. So that will be this interior angle, 82 degrees. Okay. All right, guys. We already have this interior angle, 82 degrees. Now, how can we get the value of the arc ABCD? All right, we just need to get all of this arc. Let's change the color here. So we need to find this value of this arc. So guys, we already have this information. We already have the arc AB, 68 degrees. We have BC, 45. And we have CD, which is 96 degrees. So we just need to add, guys, these values, 68 plus 45 plus 96 degrees, and that will be 209 degrees. Okay, the addition of all of these arcs will be 209 degrees. So guys, now think, if they ask you, for example, in like an additional question, if they ask you to find the value of AD, so imagine that they ask you to find this arc, the arc AD. So remember that the addition of angles in the circle would be 360. So we just need to subtract to find the arc AD. We just need to subtract 360 minus the addition of the other arcs. So the addition is 209 degrees. So just subtract 360 minus 209. And that will be 151 degrees. All right. So this is the arc AD. How can you check, guys, the final check if the answer is correct? Remember that the addition of 68 plus 45 plus 96 plus 151, that should be 360, because this is a whole circle. All right. The addition is 360 degrees. Okay, guys, let's go now to the next example. And here they ask you to find, guys, the arc AD and the arc BAD, okay, the complete arc BAD. So guys, how can you find the arc AD? All right, so let's remember what type of angle do we have here that form the arc AD. Remember that this is a inscribed angle, okay, that the vertex is right here in any point of the circumference. So this is the vertex, the point B. So this is an inscribed angle. And remember the formula to find the arc that forms an inscribed angle. We just need to multiply the angle by 2 to get the arc. All right. So if we just multiply 2 times 47, that will be 94 degrees. Okay. So this arc, the arc AD, will be 94 degrees. Okay. We already found this arc. Now, guys, if you need to find the arc BAD, okay, now we are going to get the whole arc BAD. We need to find this arc, the full arc. So that will be, we just need to add the little arcs that form all of this measure. So that will be 71 plus 94. Okay, we just need to add the arcs. 71 plus 94 degrees, and that will be 165 degrees. Okay, the arc BAD, that will be 165. The green arc. Okay. So guys, like the last example, for example, if they ask you to find the complementary arc, the arc BD, imagine that they ask you to find this arc, the arc BD, all of this purple side, okay? We just need to subtract 360, that is the addition of all the arcs in the circle. So that will be, to find the arc BD, we just need to subtract 360 minus 165, okay, minus the green arc. So that will be 360 minus 165. That will be 195 degrees, okay? So that will be the arc BD, okay? The missing arc here, in case that they ask you to find like an additional question, okay? To find the arc BD. All right, guys, so we already checked here how to get, from an inscribed angle, how to get the arc and the missing arc in the circle. All right, so let's go now to the last example, guys. What do we have here? Here we have an exterior angle. Why do we have an exterior angle? Because here we can see that this vertex is outside the circle. All right, so they ask you here to find the value of the angle X. Okay, we need to find the angle X and the arc DE. They ask you to find this missing arc. So guys, let's start with the angle. Okay, remember that the formula, if we check at the last presentation that we checked before, the formula to get the exterior angle, we just need to subtract the greater arc formed by the exterior angle, so in this case 86, minus 24, that the small arc, divided by 2. All right, so take account this formula to find the exterior angle, and we are going to use that right here. Okay, so we just need to subtract 202, the arc DC, 202, minus the arc EA, okay, or AE. If we just subtract these angles, 202 minus 56 over 2, so here the answer will be 73 degrees. All right, so we already found the value of X, the exterior angle. So guys, now we can also find the arc DE. So they ask you to find the arc DE. This arc formed by this part, the arc DE. And to find this arc, we can use the addition property, the arcs addition property. So remember that if we add all of the arcs in the circle, that will be 360. And here we have 56. We already have this arc. We have the arc AC, 50 degrees, and we also have the arc DC, which is 202. So if we just subtract the angles, 360 minus the addition of the other angles, 56 plus 50 plus 202. So if we subtract all this addition from 360, we will get that missing arc, the arc DE. So that will be, the answer will be 52 degrees, okay? So this arc, 52 degrees. How can you check, guys, if the answer is correct? So the final check, remember that we just add all the arcs in the circle, so it will be 52 plus 56 plus 50 plus 202, and that should be 360 degrees, okay? Which is the whole circle, all right? 360 degrees. All right, guys, so that's the final example here. I hope you really understood, and see you next video. Bye-bye.